What's up, All Eyes DB campers? Want to talk about this today. It's bail technique. I have a full video on this in my YouTube, which I will also link to in the post that I make about this particular play. But the reason I've highlighted this one is it really hits in on why I use the particular bail technique that I use. And this is just a perfect example of it. All right. This is the cornerback from Clemson. They're playing against North Carolina. As you'll notice, the bail technique, which a lot of people are using bail right now at all levels. It's happening in high school, it's happening in college, and they're certainly doing it in the pros. And this is the way I see a lot of them doing it. It's a recipe for disaster, as you're going to see in this particular play right here. What you're going to notice is the defensive back is waiting for the snap. Okay, he's actually waiting for the ball to be snapped, so he's not bailing pre-snap. And we'll talk about that some, but what he's doing here at the snap is turning right away, and then he's bailing out of there. Okay, that's what this coverage is calling for, a bail technique. So you're showing press to the offense and to the quarterback. So he thinks it's press, and then you're bailing out of there. And the intention here is to get deep. All right, so press a lot of times will call for a fade route or something deep, and because you're in press, the offense wants to take advantage of that by going deep. This is their chance to get a big play. So 9 times out of 10 they're trying to go deep because of this press look. And what bail allows you to do is, what bail allows you to do is turn and run out of there and get back deep for the deep ball. Beat the deep ball, all right? But herein lies the problem with a lot of the bail technique that I see being operated, is that you're turning right here, all right, and you're running straight back, and you're giving the wide receiver access to your back immediately. Within 5 yards, this wide receiver is in your blind spot, okay? And so now you, as the defender, want to work your eyes in here, okay? You want to look in at the quarterback. That's what you want to do. You want to look in that particular direction. But there's also a wide receiver right here that you have to have something, you got to pay some kind of attention to. And that becomes difficult for you to do when you bail when you turn right now and allow him to work the center of you. Right here, from the beginning, he's working the middle of you, okay? That's always a bad situation. All right, even if you were playing press man and you turned because you felt like he was getting on top of you and you allowed him to work down the center of you, you're already in trouble. But worse so when you are bailing, okay? He's already working down the center of you. So like I said, within 5 yards, he's in your blind spot. Now you can't see him, you can't feel him, and you're still trying to look in here at the quarterback, all right? So now he's in your blind spot, okay? He throttles down, he makes some kind of noise, he's probably yelling or something like that, probably giving you some kind of noise like that, so it's making you tap your feet. You really can't see him. Again, he's in your blind spot. Can't see anything that's going on, and you guys kind of get the picture of what's happening here. Still trying to look in at the quarterback. You're still trying to make a big play out of bail. This is how it's been sold to you, that bail technique will allow you to make a big play, and anything but that is going to happen here because he's in your blind spot. Now, this DB's trying to lean in there too late and feel for him. It's too late. He's got a full head of steam going. You've stopped your feet. Now look what we've got happening. He's beyond you. This totally defeats the purpose of being in bail technique. The purpose of bail technique is for you to be up this way somewhere when he's right here. The purpose is for you to be over the top of the guy because they're supposed to run a fade, which they did, and you're supposed to be over the top of it. So here's the situation that we have. Now you're trailing a guy in bail technique. This is not trail technique. It's bail technique. And all this happened because of what happened at the line of scrimmage, okay? So like I said, I do have a YouTube video that I am going to link to this post that I'm making on this particular what did he do wrong. But I'm just going to briefly talk about it here just so you guys have an idea of it. But here's how this thing should work, okay? I understand you want to bail at the snap. What really needs to happen, though, is right before the snap, when you think the snap is imminent, you've got to take an outside step with that foot, okay? You've got to step outside, put yourself outside of this wide receiver's frame, which is right here. You've got to step outside of him, and then you can head up the field in your bail technique. That way, off the snap of the ball, when the ball is snapped, you can still see this guy. You can see the quarterback, and you can still see him in your peripheral vision. Even as he's coming up the field now, you can still feel him. And for this wide receiver now, let's pretend you're over here. For this wide receiver to get behind your back, he actually has to take a route like this before he does that. That wastes time, that wastes space, that puts him further into the sideline. That makes making that throw a lot more difficult. Have no fear of being outside while he's in here. You're going to feel him working straight up the field. If he's not trying to put any pressure to get behind your back like that, you're simply going to come from here and then just start working in this direction back towards him, get back on his hip and tighten things up. What you're not allowing him to do is to just run right here in a relative straight line, get right behind your back and scream down the field at you, okay? Again, my YouTube video will actually show you how this is done. But again, take this outside step right before the snap. As the ball is snapped, head straight back here. And now you can keep this guy within your peripheral vision as you look in here at the quarterback, okay? And I made a, sorry about the arrows there, but you take that outside step and then you turn and run up. Don't turn right from here as he did. Don't do this, okay? He doesn't have to do much in terms of width to get right here and get behind your back. This was super easy. If you're going to do this right here, if you're going to just turn and run out of here and let him work the center view, you better the best bet is to just take off and just run straight back. Play only fade ball. Don't go stopping your feet for a curl, come back, dig, anything breaking off. You got to just run and get back there and make it a race for him to get beyond you. Yes, you're going to give up balls underneath. All right. The only other way is, like I said, is taking an outside step and then getting vertical up the field. You will be able to feel that wide receiver while you see the quarterback, and you'll make a whole lot more plays. All right. Again, I'm going to link my YouTube video where I show you how this is done. And this is the way that you guys need to bail. Introduce your coach to it. If you're a coach out there, I highly recommend teaching your corners to bail in this particular fashion. Take that slide step. It's going to keep them out of trouble more, and you're going to get the intended effect out of bail technique, which is to be over the top of the wide receiver. And then you're also giving your guy a chance to make a play on those intermediate or even those short routes, and he'll be a lot more comfortable being able to either see in his peripheral vision or feel that wide receiver coming up the field while he also looks at the quarterback. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed that. If you have any feedback, feel free to reach out to me via email, cwilson@alleyesdbcamp.com. Again, that's cwilson@alleyesdbcamp.com. Thank you all for being members. I appreciate it. All Eyes DB Camp. Consistency breeds results.